The peace summit on Neutral Station Epsilon-7 had lasted 6 days. 6 days of the Zorathian Confederation making demands, issuing ultimatums, and threatening humanity's outer colonies. 6 days of mediators pleading for compromise. 6 days of the galaxy watching, hoping diplomacy would prevail. Ambassador Chen sat across from High Commander Vexlar, her expression unreadable. The Zorathian leader's scales gleamed with confidence as he delivered his final terms. Humanity would cede 15 colony worlds, pay reparations for defensive military actions that had killed Zorathian soldiers in human territory, and accept Zorathian oversight of all human expansion. These terms are non-negotiable, Vexlar announced, his voice booming through the translation matrix. You have 1 hour to accept, or face the consequences. The assembled delegates from neutral species shifted uncomfortably. The Zorathian war fleet was legendary, 3,000 ships strong, veterans of a dozen conquests. Humanity had been in space for barely 70 years. The math was simple. Brutal, but simple. Ambassador Chen stood slowly, gathering her papers with methodical precision. The chamber fell silent. High Commander Vexlar, she began, her voice calm, almost pleasant. I have listened to your terms carefully. I have consulted with my government. And I have been authorized to deliver humanity's response. Vexlar leaned back, triumph already evident in his posture. Humanity declines your terms, Chen continued. All of them. Murmurs rippled through the chamber. The mediators looked stricken. Furthermore, Chen's voice cut through the noise like a blade. I am instructed to inform you that humanity considers the Zorathian Confederation's unprovoked attacks on our colonies, the murder of 17,000 civilians, and your current threats to constitute acts of war. You dare, Vexlar started to rise. I'm not finished. The temperature in Chen's voice dropped to absolute zero. My government wants me to remind the Confederation of something important about humans. We are not the Pelthian hegemony, who surrendered after you destroyed one city. We are not the Quilleen Collective, who negotiated away their freedom to avoid bloodshed. She activated her datapad, and a holographic display filled the center of the chamber. Images cascaded past, ancient Earth, consumed by warfare. Trenches. Mushroom clouds. Orbital strikes. Centuries of human conflict, technological evolution driven by the singular goal of fighting better, harder, longer. Humans, Chen said quietly, have been at war with each other for our entire existence. We have destroyed our own cities, burned our own continents, and nearly exterminated ourselves, multiple times. And we survived. We learned. We evolved. Not away from war, Commander. We evolved through it. The chamber was deathly silent now. So here is humanity's counteroffer. You have 72 hours to withdraw every Zorathian military asset beyond your pre-war borders. You will release all human prisoners. You will pay reparations for the lives you've taken. And you will never threaten a human world again. Vexlar's scales flushed deep purple with rage. Or what? Your pathetic fleet will. Or, Chen interrupted, her smile not reaching her eyes, you will learn why we are the only species that invented the word genocide, and then spent the next 1,000 years perfecting the practice before we finally grew horrified enough to stop. She closed her datapad with a decisive click. We are very, very good at war, Commander. We simply choose not to be anymore. But if you insist. She let the implication hang in the air like a guillotine blade. We still remember how. Ambassador Chen walked out of the chamber, leaving a galaxy of witnesses sitting in stunned, terrified silence. 71 hours later, the Zorathian fleet began its withdrawal.